Hi, I'm here today with Rebecca, Director of the Bronte Society, to have a look around the museum and have a bit of a talk around what Clive Owen helped the Society with.
Well, the main purpose of the Society is to look after the Bronte Parsonage Museum.
Yeah.
This house here, Haworth Parsonage, used to be the home of the Bronte sisters. It's the place where they grew up and wrote their novels. Yeah. I'm sure you've read them, Jane Eyre, Wuthering Heights and The Tenant of Wildfell Hall. It houses a really important collection of Bronte material. It's the largest in the world of manuscripts and furniture, personal possessions and clothing. And we have thousands of visitors from across the world come and visit us each year. I could show you a bit more if you want.
Thank you.
Go inside. So I've brought you to the dining room, which is perhaps the most iconic of the historic rooms in the parsonage. This is the dining table where the Bronte sisters wrote, and they used to write here in the evenings and then walk around the table reading their work out to each other.
We've obviously worked together now for over a decade. I just wondered how you actually saw that relationship change over the time, and what our role has been within the organisation.
Well, obviously, I mean, I think the major thing that's happened in the last few years has been the pandemic, and I think the Bronte Society really appreciated the additional support that you gave us during that time. You attended meetings, met with trustees, helped us with funding applications or cast an eye over them. So as well as those things that happen and have to happen, like the accounts and the audit, I think it's been that additional support and advice given on a more of an ad hoc basis, and that we felt we can come to you for that really, and it's been quite open and honest, I think. Critical friend, so I think that's something that we really value with Clive Owen and yourself, Chris. One of the things that came out of the pandemic was our move to zero, cloud-based accounting, and which obviously helped with projections and forecasting, and we implemented Spotlight as well to help make sure that things were really accurate at a time when everything else is really uncertain. So I think that's been really valuable, and I think we all learned a lot in that period as well.
Digital, you mentioned there about digital accounting, but we've also got digital as far as the society is concerned, because obviously you've gone with the AGM's been digital and hybrid digital, which has been a first for me, actually doing it that way around, so that has been brilliant.
Yeah, we always like a challenge.
But you've also therefore had to sort of go online, especially with your international sort of clientele and members, and I think that's worked brilliantly for you as an organisation, or seems to have worked brilliantly, looking in rather than sort of looking out.
Yeah, it's definitely a learning curve. I mean, just like we've invested in a different accounting systems, we've obviously invested in the equipment and training to make sure we can stay hybrid, because that does mean we're diversifying our income streams. And it's just like, our shop that, everybody has to walk through on the way out of the museum, but it's also an online shop. So we're trying to make sure that that is getting wider recognition, and again can add to our resilience and things really by people shopping online. I think the Bronte Society has existed since 1893, so it's been around a while, but it will have to change in order to stay relevant, and that's where our younger membership is really important, and that's why digital and reaching them digitally is also a huge part of what we're trying to do at the moment, and keeping that legacy going.